Welcome to Nurse on Call. This podcast provides emotional support and general education from a registered nurse. It is not medical or mental health treatment and does not replace care from a licensed provider. If you are experiencing a mental health emergency or an immediate danger, please contact emergency services or a crisis hotline in your area. Always seek care from a qualified healthcare or mental health professional for individual concerns. Thank you. Take a breath with me for a second. If you're here, it likely means you're caring for someone. And somewhere along the way, you may have started losing pieces of yourself. You're the one who shows up no matter what. You keep track of everything. You anticipate needs before they're even spoken. And while the world may see you as strong, what they don't always see is how heavy that strength feels. Today, I want to sit with you in that space, not fix it, not rush past it, just acknowledge it. And I want to share 3 real human experiences of caregiving, moments that don't always get talked about, but live quietly in so many caregivers. Story 1. The guilt of wanting a break. I remember a caregiver I once worked with. She was caring for her mother full time. Every morning started the same: medications, breakfast, bathing, coordinating appointments. Her life became a routine of responsibility. One day, she told me something in a whisper, like she was confessing about something shameful. She had said, "Sometimes I wish I could just leave, just for a day. No responsibilities, no worrying." And then immediately she said, "That sounds horrible, doesn't it?" But it didn't, because what she was really saying was, "I'm exhausted. I need space. I don't know how to keep going like this." And I felt it in her voice. Caregivers often feel guilt for wanting a break, as if needing rest somehow means they love less. But the truth is, you can love someone deeply and still need time away. Wanting a break doesn't make you a bad caregiver. It makes you a human being. Story 2. The quiet resentment no one talks about. Another caregiver once shared something that many people feel, but few say out loud. She said, "I love my husband. I would do anything for him, but sometimes I feel angry, and I hate that about myself." Her husband became chronically ill, and overnight, their relationship shifted. She went from partner to caregiver. She missed a version of life they used to have, the ease, the spontaneity, the feeling of being taken care of too. And in those quiet moments, resentment would creep in. Not because she didn't love him, but because she was grieving. Grieving the life they had, grieving the partnership that changed, grieving the version of herself that didn't feel so overwhelmed. Resentment in caregiving is often misunderstood. It's not about the person. It's about the weight. And if you've ever felt that, you're not alone. And you are not wrong for feeling it. Story 3. Losing yourself without realizing it. This one might hit close to home. I remember a time when caregiving consumed so much of my mental space that I stopped recognizing who I was outside of it. Every decision revolved around someone else. Every plan had to be flexible. Every part of my day was shaped by what someone else needed. And one day, someone asked me, "What do you like to do for yourself?" And I didn't have an answer. I was really confused. Not because I didn't have interests, but because I hadn't connected with him in so long. Caregiving can slowly, quietly take over your identity. Not all at once, but little by little. Until one day, you realize you've been showing up for everyone else, but you haven't shown up for yourself. And that realization can feel heavy, but it can also be a turning point. Because if you feel lost right now, you are not gone. You are still there. If any part of these stories felt familiar, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not alone in what you're feeling, not the exhaustion, not the guilt, not the resentment, and not the identity loss. These are not signs that you're failing. They are signs that you've been carrying too much for too long without enough support. Caregiving asks so much of you, but it should not require you to disappear. You are definitely allowed to take a break without guilt. Ask for help even if it feels uncomfortable. Set boundaries even if others don't understand them. And reconnect with yourself even in very small ways. Support doesn't have to be perfect. It can start small. 5 minutes of quiet time, a walk outside, saying no one time when you normally say yes, letting someone else step in, even if they don't do it exactly the way you would. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is sustainability. You cannot pour endlessly from an empty place. So, wherever you are right now, whether you're driving, sitting in a quiet moment, or multitasking like you always do, I want you to pause and ask yourself one simple question. What do I need today? Not tomorrow, not next week, just today. And whatever that answer is, I hope you give yourself permission to honor it, even in a small way, because you deserve care too. You deserve support too. And you were never meant to carry all of this alone. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm walking this path with you. Please always be kind to your body and even kinder to your heart. I'll see you next week, Nurse on Call. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this episode resonated with you, even just a little, I'd love for you to join our community. The easiest way to do that is to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you're feeling inspired, share it with someone who needs to hear this message too. Your story matters, your voice matters, and together we can create a space where caregivers and people living with chronic illness feel seen, supported, and understood. Follow me on Instagram at NurseOnCallPod for behind-the-scenes conversations, tips, and encouragement between episodes. Remember, you are not alone, and every time you listen, you are part of this community. Let's keep walking this journey together.